Hello and welcome to another episode of Obsessed Designs.
I am Princess Masong. I am an architect and the CEO of Masong Architectural Services. Stay with me as I share some of my project reveals, practical advices, and challenges every designer faces in this industry. I am Ses, and I'm obsessed with designs.
For today's episode, we are here at San Remo Oasis here at South Road Properties, Cebu City. This unit that I am about to show you is a 35 square meter 2-bedroom condominium unit. So this is the very first staging service that we did just recently. And so we want to show you what we have come so far. So just to inform you, staging services is different from fit out and even renovation services. So the difference between them is that in staging services, clients usually have already all the appliances and the furniture pieces in the condominium unit, but it looks dated or obsolete and it's not working. So especially for those who are renting out their units. So we come in to help. So what we do is we do a little bit of painting works, furniture, upholstery, and then we also do decorations and a little bit of this and that. And then we also hire professional photographers and videographers to take photos and videos of the unit so that the owner can use it for their rental posting. So there you have it. Let me tour you through this 2-bedroom unit. Let's go. Welcome. So as mentioned earlier, this is the very first staging project that we have done. So as you enter, this is the shoe storage. So generally speaking, yung staging service is the same as the service that Miss Loy and the 19-year-old decorator is also doing. So as mentioned earlier, meron ng mga appliances and furniture pieces yung client. It's just that the orientation or the arrangement of the space is not working, and also the color scheme, the decors, all that. That's where we came in to help. But I'm still wondering how they do it kasi I thought that when we started this project, wala nang paperworks, like wala nang plans and everything. But the administration of San Remo Oasis still asked us to provide they required us plans and sign and seal from professionals. So siguro nag-hire sila ng mga architect, interior designers, I don't know. Anyway, so this is the shoe cabinet. So this is an existing cabinet that we just painted. And then the secret really to decorating a space is just to put in colors that are already in place. So for example, we wanted to make the space a lot brighter and airier. So we provided white paint for most of the furniture pieces and the walls. So this one we painted white because this is very dark before. This was black or dark gray, something like that. And then the brown, we retained it because we have a little bit of browns somewhere else, like in the curtains and in the furniture pieces. I will show you later. So yeah, so this is where you put in, like, this is called a drop-off area. So for example, you have a phone, you have keys. So this is where you drop it off, and then also shoes. So next, we have the kitchen. So from the entrance, you have on your right is the kitchen. So this is a very small space. So you'll be seeing like the whole space already in one span of the camera. So here in the kitchen, what we did is the overhead cabinets. So these are aluminum cabinets, the shelving, the lights, and then we also changed the kitchen counter and also the kitchen sink. So we also changed the covers of the under the cabinets, and then we also installed the range hood. So this is an existing range hood, but we incorporated it in the cabinetries. So we have this, and we also incorporated the refrigerator and the microwave oven as well. So in the living area, right across the kitchen, before, yung orientation nito is that the living area is here, so facing the kitchen. So it was funny because when you're sitting here, you are looking at the kitchen, and then the dining area was here in this space here. So it was not working because when you're sitting down, you're looking at the kitchen. And then, because the reason they wanted this table there is to be accessible to the kitchen. But anyway, the space is very small. So what we did is we made it the center of the space since it's curved naman. So you won't be bumping into its edges. And then we placed the sofa into this corner so that the sofa will be facing the television or the TV walls. We actually changed the color of the sofa. So we upholstered all of their cushions. So these were dark colors. What we wanted the space to feel like is light and airy and girly. So that's why we changed it to brown. So we now have the sofa and the dining table or the dining chairs to be light brown. So let's go to the TV wall. So here in the TV wall, we just installed this hanging cabinet or hanging shelf. So we also incorporated marble. These are just laminated marine plywood, but the design is marble. So this one into the TV wall just to put accent on it. So this accent wall is also present in the living area just to create continuity in the design. We have this floating cabinet here, which are curved in edges. If you have been following Masong Architectural Services or my channel for a while, then you know that we really do curved edges because we don't want the clients or the owners to be bumping into the edges. No. So for example, if you are from the living area or from the kitchen or from the dining area, and then you will be going to the bathroom, which we will be going next, so you will not be bumping into this edge going there. So yeah. Next we have the bathroom. So in the bathroom, there's not much change. I think this mirror is already existing in the space, and then it was located in the living area, and then we just placed it here to make use in the bathroom. So I think that's it. And then we also placed like some accessories, like a space where they can put in their cleaning materials like this. I think that's the only thing that we did here. Alright, so let's now move to the bedrooms. By the way, we also painted the doors white to make it much more airier. And this one, I will be putting in the description below what color of paint this is and what brand, so that if you want this color also for your own space, you will be able to get the specific brand or a specific color. So here we have the master bedroom. So it's very tiny, and what they did before is the headboard of this bed prayer is here. So anyway, there's not much change because it's really the discretion of the one who will be using the bed if they want their head to be on this side or that side. But we oriented it here since you can still access, like we have an existing closet here, no? So you can still access the closet even if the bed is or the headboard is already here. So what we changed here is the paint color and then the curtains as well. So I think that's all. And then this one also is an existing table. We also painted it white. Yeah, very minimal change in the bedrooms actually. And then we also provided the bed sheets because they have different colors in bed sheets and it doesn't look incorporated in the design. So just to make it cohesive looking, so we also changed the bed sheets. So this one, they already have the bunk bed before. So what we did also is just repaint the wood in the bunk bed, and then we also changed the curtains. So the orientation or the space planning for San Remo Oasis is that all of their rooms has balconies. So medyo dito kami na challenge kasi nga there's a door there and there's also a door here going to the balcony. So but they have a pretty good view of the amenities, which is I'll show you. And they even have an access to the other room as well with this balcony, no? So you can just come in here. So it's joining both of the bedrooms. And it has this view. So if you're interested to rent this space out, I will be putting the link of their Airbnb in the description below. And the orientation is pretty much the same. We also just changed the bed sheets. Yeah, I think that's all that we did here. Generally speaking, staging services has very minimal works actually. So just repainting, looking at what's not working, and then really just working with what's already here and then making it work better with the new orientation, new painting works, and then additional accessories like this light. By the way, I wasn't able to mention it, but this chandelier right here. So the vibe here is a little bit of luxurious French design, but with very minimal changes. Like we also have golds and pinks and muted pink, of course, because we would not want to make it very kikai as well. But it's kikai and it's cute. The dining table, we made it into the center piece of the space. So the reason why is because we wanted the chandelier to be on top of the dining table. So what we did here is we made it accessible to the kitchen. So it's very near the kitchen, as you can see. So once they're done cooking, no, so they can just put it right beside the dining table. One of the reasons also we made it into the centerpiece is because you can walk around it and then you can use it anytime because this is a space-saving dining table. So if you're not using it, so as you can see, no, you can use it when you're dining, so it's used like that. But if you're not using it, the chairs will be just tucked in, and the space that it will be taking up is just the dining table. So you can walk around it, and then if you are in the sofa, wherein it's oriented on the edge of this wall na, including the TV wall. So the dining table won't be covering the television wherein you will be watching when you're in the living area or in the sofa. So as you can see, the orientation or the arrangement is very much thought of. So that's the reason why you need to hire professionals when doing these stuff, because I am quite sure and I'm quite confident that now that this has been staged, more clients or more renters will be wanting to rent here. And honestly, the cost of this staging project is quite low as compared to the fit out and the renovation services that we do. So this is the, I would not say the cheapest, but the most affordable service that we do. So yeah, if you are a unit owner and you have provided all the furniture pieces and appliances for your unit already, but you feel like it's not working because no one is renting your space, the inquiry is not as much as you want. So really do take up staging services from professionals, because as you can see, this is only around 150 to 200,000, and we did it in less than 2 weeks. So specifically, we did this in only 10 days because there were a lot of holidays in the month of June. So we did this in only 10 days, and now the space is finished. So for the lights, their existing lights is actually receptacle type surface mount. So kung makikita nyo yung usual na bulb na nilalagay sa mga receptacle, yun din yung meron sila dito. But just to elevate the feel of the space, we changed it into a flat type of bulb. So flat type bulb wherein you won't be able to see the receptacle anymore. So that's how we elevated the space. And then we also added this chandelier that actually changed the vibe of the whole space. The way I came up with the concept is actually because of the doors of the unit. So meron kasi silang ganitong design wherein it looks very classy and French. So I conceptualized the space in line with this door design. So kasi it's difficult also to put in a different door or change the doors since this is only a staging service, no? So yeah, generally what I did is instead of change the doors, I incorporated the doors to the design, which is luxury, French, and girly concept. So there you have it. I hope you like the transformation of this space. If you did, please do like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this to your friends who would like to have a girly space like this. And I also made a community for architecture students, architecture graduates, apprentices, and even architects who are generally struggling in the practice. So it's called Startup Architects in Facebook. I made that community to help navigate the complex world of architecture. So if you are interested, you may go to Facebook and search for Startup Architects and click join. So if you're interested in this service, so this is called the staging service, you you may email us at masongarservices@gmail.com. We also have other services such as design, build, renovation, and fit-out services. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!